This podcast is brought to you in part by Coke, Buffalo Wild Wings, Southern Immediate Care, Guaranteed Labels, Central State Bank, Sunrise Docks, Banker's Bounty, Dr. Thomas Dudney, and the Green Monster Fishing Light. Now, back to Bubba on the Lake.
Hey, it's Bubba, hey, Bubba, Bubba on the lake. This is Bubba, hey, Bubba on the lake. Yeah, he's got it going on, gotta come and check this. Talking people, talking places from Bubba's perspective. This is Bubba, hey, Bubba.
Hello again, everybody. I am your semi-retired, mostly washed-up host, formerly of the Rick and Bubba Show, and now the host of Bubba on the Lake, Bill Bubba Bussey. Glad to have you along. We're broadcasting in the Mellow Yellow studio. Our website, bubbaonthelake.com. My personal email. Feel free to reach out if you need to. We love to get the feedback. Bubba at bubbaonthelake.com. And of course, we have the always entertaining message line. And if you leave us a message, it may indeed make it to air. 308 Big Lake. 308 Big Lake. Leave a message. You got about 30 seconds. That keeps you from getting too long-winded. And we may actually play those on the air. Always enjoyable from this side of the microphone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that stuff. We got to have you doing that. Very important here in the podcast world that we do that. We also ask that you follow us on Instagram and all of our other social media. And we certainly appreciate all of you hanging with us. Got a busy show. Tech Talk is back. Stuart Brockwell from Surge Technologies in Birmingham will be our guest. He's back by popular demand. And we have quite a few topics that I think you will find interesting, especially you tech folks. After that, Betty Bussey will be along, and we will bring you an update on my knee surgery, knee replacement. I've already had 3 scopes on that knee. Kind of tired of doing that. And we're bone on bone. Time to get it replaced. So we'll bring you an update on that and try to give you as much information as available at the time. So we got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. So we're going to go ahead and hit our first break. And we'll come back and bring in Stuart Brockwell with a little bit of tech talk. Thank all of you for being part of the podcast. I cannot thank you enough. This was an experiment of sorts, and you folks have been so responsive and so nice, and I cannot thank you enough. We need to continue promoting it. We need to continue getting people to subscribe and like because it's so important now in the click world, I call it. So thank you again. And I hope that you will enjoy this podcast also. Okay? We'll be back in just a minute. You are tuned to Bubba on the Lake.
It's Bubba on the Lake. Bubba on the Lake.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
Just got that new boat? Let Sunrise Docks protect your investment with Swift Shield boat covers, Neptune boat lifts, and easy ports for your personal watercraft. Plus, they have composite decking that stays cool, designed with your feet in mind. Sunrise Docks is always first in quality, first in service, and first in customer satisfaction. Right off Highway 63, your Lake Martin headquarters, with 2 barges and the most experienced boat lift crew on the lake. Sunrise Docks is your lake life expert. Call 256-392-5200.
Another staff meeting, another push for cross-selling, another awkward silence. Then Banker Bounty happened. The first referral platform made just for banks. One app that empowers every employee, not just your top producers, to bring in business. No more spreadsheets, no more silos, just clarity, culture, and actual growth in real time. Banker Bounty fixes more than your referral program. It fixes your momentum. Go to bankerbounty.com, watch the video, book your free demo. Banker Bounty. Create, manage, and track referrals in real time.
Hey, this is Dr. Travis Taylor from The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch on History Channel. I hope you guys enjoy Season 6 that just started. And I hope you continue to keep listening to Bubba on the Lake.
Well, he's back by popular demand. Stuart Brockwell from Surge Technology. I like to call him the Titan of Tech. Stuart, how are you doing?
Hey, Bubba, doing good, doing good. It has been a busy couple of months in tech since we last caught back up. So I'm glad we're getting to do another segment.
It has been busy, a lot going on. We've talked with several folks around football coming up. And, the audience has demanded more tech. So here we are. We're going to catch everybody up. I did see one tech headline today I was not excited about, and that was a court had ruled against Tesla in a self-driving accident. Did you see that in the news?
I definitely did. And I also saw Elon's quick response, which was that they will be appealing that ruling. I did not read the full text of the case, but from what I understand, it was a pretty cut and dry thing, self-driving or not. The guy in the case was bending down, like he had dropped his phone in the floorboards, and he was leaning down underneath the wheel to get it, and had an accident. And that is clearly not paying attention. I don't care if the car is driving or not; you're not paying attention. And Tesla is very clear about their full self-driving, that it is supervised. I think when you and Hunter did the Model Y thing recently, it was very clear. It always says supervised. You can't leave it alone yet. It's not ready for that.
Yeah, well, and you're right. There's two modes. There's full autopilot, or I don't know what their terminology is, but supervised means that you're supposed to keep your eyes up and on the road and be ready to take over if you need to. You have to touch the wheel ever so often, and it actually has a camera inside that's looking at your eyes to be sure you're on the road. So that you're paying attention to the road. So these cases in the past, just what little bit I had read on it, never really gets any traction because it's pretty clear you're still the driver of the car. It's kind of like having it's like suing the car maker because someone had a wreck when they're, when they have, what's the speed? You click the speed on. I can't even think of it right now.
The cruise control. Cruise control.
Yeah, cruise control.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And, you don't hear of any court cases of someone being sued because they were using cruise control. And really, this kind of looks like they're targeting Tesla just a little bit. I hate someone lost their life in this, but, we have people that lose their life on the highway every day. It's a gamble when you get behind the wheel. And honestly, we were talking about it, around some places that are resorts or places that are, entertainment districts. You have a lot of people getting in a vehicle that shouldn't be driving. Just because they don't get a DUI doesn't mean that they wasn't under the influence. They just didn't get caught.
Oh, absolutely.
And
absolutely. I've been pulled up to people at an intersection who are just outright smoking a big one in the front seat and just had putting my windows up to try to mask the smell of the old Mary J there. It's just and there's cops
Stuart,
can't catch them all. They just can't do it.
Stuart, where are you having dinner at? You're gonna have to watch where you're eating at, man.
Believe it or not, that was coming back from Home Depot. So but that's a great.
I have not seen any car wreck lately where this guy even admitted it was my fault at the beginning of the case. He said, I was not doing what I was supposed to do. And the court and obviously the attorney said, look, we got somebody with big pockets and we're going to try to get them. And they did. And Elon is going to appeal that. I just feel like that this is ambulance chasing at its worst, honestly. But to the people you're talking about that are out there every Friday and Saturday night, I'd much rather them be in supervised mode or full autopilot than have them drive the way they are.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever taken an Uber anywhere, then you realize, you know what? These self-driving cars do better than most drivers.
Yes. They drive a lot better than some people I ride with, and I'm not calling any names, but I much prefer that car and that computer.
Well, I mean, that's a great segue to another topic that's happened since we've talked last is the robo taxi rollout in Austin, Texas, and as of last week in San Francisco as well. The Tesla, what you can get on their cars you buy now, the best it's got is the supervised. You still have to supervise it, right, even at the top, the best mode. But the robo taxi is fully unsupervised. You sit in the back seat. There's no one in the driver's seat. It's completely autonomous. And that is something they have started doing at the end of June, and they've expanded their little geofence, the area that it covers, several times since then. And there's been, the usual, there's a couple of little hiccups here and there, but by and large, you see nothing. And the media would have a field day if there was any big incidents, and there's just not been. They've done a great job with it. Everybody is reporting the way that you hail your ride with your phone, and the car comes straight to you, and it'll park nearby. And if you can't find the car, you can hit a button on your phone, and it'll flash the lights or honk the horn, so you can easily get to it. And if you at the end of it, there's a little section where you can leave a tip, and if you try to leave a tip, it says no thanks, no tips needed. We're just a robot, So it's pretty cool.
Stuart, I'll be honest with you. I'm not nervous. I mean, I'm cautious, but I'm not nervous in a Tesla with it driving itself, okay, in supervised mode. I've done it a couple of times now, documented it. But it's another step forward to get in the back seat and just let it take off. I don't know if I'm there yet.
No, it is.
It is. I'm going to have to see that operate just a little bit more before I do that.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are thinking. That, like California, so they just launched the service in California, and in California they won't let them have nobody in the driver's seat. So there's a Tesla employee that sits in the driver's seat. They don't do anything, but they sit there and they don't talk to you. It's actually kind of funny if you look at some of the videos. They must be under strict orders not to have conversations because they won't talk to you, and they sit there and just supervise. And that's because the legislation in California won't allow that yet. Which I'm sure that's pending, but there's definitely some hesitation on many folks' radar about that. But like most things, like the horse and buggy, people probably didn't trust the automobiles right off the bat either. It just took time.
I imagine a few of those horses got startled, and they had a few horse and buggy accidents back in the day too, when a lightning bolt hit or a rattlesnake jumped out at them or something. So, anytime you move forward, there is a certain risk, and we just have to learn to adapt to that. And I hope that some of these crazy lawyers don't ruin it for everybody. Stuart, we're talking to Stuart Brockwell, Surge Technology, Birmingham, Alabama. He is the titan of tech. Stuart, I want to ask you about one more thing, and I know you had a list. The AI that Elon has developed that is in an app now, how do you say it?
Yes.
How do you say that?
Grok is the pronunciation. Grok.
Grok?
G-R-O-K. There's no N, so it's just Grok.
So it's not like the tight end for the New England Patriots that used to be there, right? Gronk.
No.
Grok.
It's actually, I didn't even know this. I had to look it up when it first came out. It's a word. It's actually a word.
Grok.
And it means to grok something means to understand it thoroughly.
So say a word that rhymes with it so I can say it properly.
Smock.
Okay.
Or Spock if you're a Star Trek.
Okay, look, I got that with Spock. Yeah. It's Grok. Okay, I could say that.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
Hey, good one there. I got that. I like that.
Yeah. You just think Star Trek. It's easy to remember.
I have been playing with that quite a bit lately, and I am pretty impressed. Now, sometimes it will get the facts about certain people wrong a little bit. You gotta, again, it's a tool. It's not the final word, But I'm pretty impressed. I was knee deep in a little bit of a wiring problem one day, and I took a break, and I thought, just for fun, I'm going to ask Grok what it thinks about it. And man, it come in there, and that lady told me exactly what I needed to do, and I sure did appreciate it.
Absolutely, I've used Grok extensively since it came out. Especially that was a big thing at the beginning of July. The upgrade from Grok 3 to Grok 4, and I've been using Grok 3 for months, and it's been doing fantastic. I'll tell you one of the unexpectedly good useful things I've had to do for me. I've actually had it look at medical records. When we've been to the doctor recently on some back pain. Somebody in my family, and me and my mom were not we weren't really tracking with what the doctor was saying. So I uploaded the X-rays into Grok and just said, "Hey, analyze this." And not only did it do a better job of analyzing it, it explained it. It got the diagnosis exactly right. It matched up with the real doctors, but it also did a better job of explaining it, which is wild.
We're on the cusp right here of some really, really cool things. Robotics, AI. It's a different world. They didn't use Grok, but I think I'd mentioned to you when I had a cancer diagnosis, the doctors would come together and they would look at all the data, and, they kind of have a little meeting and they look at each case and kind of talk it out and, decide what they want to do. And then they outsource it to an AI source and see what AI says. So they've brought the AI to the table like it's one of the doctors. And when they all agree, they feel very confident in it. And the thing is, the AI, while the doctors are sitting there talking about their experience and what they think in the patient, the AI can go out there and look at 10, 20, 100,000 people that have your same body type, your same blood type, your same age, your same sex, your same history, and can give you data that they just don't have at their fingertips at the local practice, which is amazing to me.
That's true. And the ability, even an expert in their field, whether it's a cancer surgeon or something else, you cannot keep all the information about your field in your brain at once. You can't do it. That's why you need notes. That's why you need books. That's why you need the internet to research. These AI models can essentially keep the entire breadth of their field of knowledge in their brain at once. And so that's, they're proving themselves invaluable in a lot of ways. The individual people like myself, uploading things to it, but also, like you said, doctors getting involved with it. I've seen situations where people on X are making a post. Hey, I went to my doctor and I told him my symptoms and looked over at his computer and he's punched it into Chat GPT.
Well, look, I don't mind. I don't mind. The more, what we used to say, have somebody with a second opinion or get a second set of eyes on it if you're working in engineering. I don't have a problem with getting AI to look at it either. I don't think that is a negative. I think that's a positive.
I do too. And this is, I think, a really good a thing that the AI developers are starting to realize, because we've talked about this before, right? AIs, they are imperfect. They're trained on imperfect data. Because they're trained on human data, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to get things wrong. But with the Grok 4 that came out at the beginning of July, they've introduced heavy mode. And this is a very expensive feature. It's $300 a month if you want to subscribe to it.
Wait a minute. I'm already in heavy mode myself. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I made a bad joke. That's a dad joke.
I think our heavy and its heavy are a little different. But if you subscribe to Grok Heavy, what you get is basically you put in your query or whatever it is. And instead of the AI responding to you based on its own information, it spawns 2 or 3, I believe with Grok it's 4, separate thought processes. And so 4 separate Groks will analyze your request, and they will each perform their own analysis, and then they compare notes with each other before they give it back to you to catch any mistakes that they make.
And they do it all in a matter of seconds.
Right.
Which is scary too. Stuart Brockwell from Surge Technologies, Birmingham, Alabama. I like to call him the Titan of Tech. He's the guy I call when I get stuck. Stuart, what else you got on your list today that people are going to find interesting and need to know? And by the way, on that app that we're talking about that rhymes with Spock, Grok, it looks like, the logo looks like a black hole. And you can download it, and it's free, best I remember. Stuart, help me out here on that. And you just start, you can either type in your question or you can push speak and talk to it. And it is it's very conversational. Betty got to laughing at me the other night. I started talking to it, and an hour later, we're still having a conversation. And she says, I feel like that thing is replacing me. And I said, no, it's not near as cute as you are, but I needed to know something that neither one of us knew, and she's doing a good job with it.
Well, be careful with Grok, because it is good, but it's powerful. And there is, if you do get into the voice mode, definitely look at the different personality options. Like if you're looking to use it for medical stuff, there's like a doctor mode and whatnot. But I would be highly cautious, especially to the parents with kids out there. There is a unhinged mode. I would be careful selecting that. I have tested that. Do not use that around children. It starts swearing instantaneously.
No, we've got AI that acts like your bad uncle now.
It's basically like it turns it into drunk sailor instantaneous. I don't know what I don't know why they put that in there. It's funny. Not good for around the dinner table.
I'm sure it's made that it's very popular at parties. But anyway, what else you got on the table, Stuart?
Well, to kind of segue off of that, so technology, right? We both love it. It's awesome. I don't think anything is perfect. Certainly not technology. But the biggest sort of story of the day of bad technology gone too far, is the new censorship bill that has been locking down major parts of the internet as of the last couple of weeks. Have you heard about this OSA bill?
I'm out of the loop. Catch us up.
All right. So kind of here's the summary of this, and I'm going to leave out some details here just for brevity. But basically, there's a bill that passed in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
No, in United Kingdom. So, and you think, of course, well, how is this going to affect us? Well, unfortunately, a lot of the companies that provide services to the United States also provide them elsewhere. Netflix is available not just in the U.S.
It's
right?
worldwide now.
So,
I mean, it's a one planet deal on a lot of this for sure.
Yep. So there's a censorship bill that has gone through. It's called the Online Safety Act, and what it's basically doing is it's starting to take effect now. And what it's doing is it's requiring services like, to use an example, like Netflix. That's not an actual good example, but it's one of many, to require age verification to use their services. So like YouTube, if you want to use YouTube at all, you got to verify your age. Well, how do you verify your age? You got to submit ID. Or you got to take a selfie and let their AI estimate your age, which it could get wrong. And so there's tons of examples of people being locked out of the most basic things. Like there's an app that you use to change the settings on your graphics card on your gaming PCs, and British people are getting locked out of that just because they're not 18 years old. Is it illegal to own a gaming PC if you're not 18 years old? No. But this is starting to seriously lock down the UK and the services that provide to that region are having to implement this, and they're starting to bleed over into the greater internet, which is a problem.
Yeah, I understand wanting to protect kids from things they shouldn't be in, just like what we were talking about a minute ago, but I don't know how you ever perfect that, because there's always ways around it. I guess AI looking at your face is probably as good as anything, though, right?
It is, but it's also not. There's lots of fun examples, people posting this stuff all over social media of like, hey, I can't access this, and I tried to take a picture of my face, and it says I'm still too young, but I'm 25 or whatever.
Right.
Or my favorite thing is people are getting around this by using the video game, like different video games character creators, and they make an avatar that looks like an old man, and they take a picture of that. And that I'm not even joking. People are doing that.
Well, I was thinking, why not just hold a picture up of somebody old in front of the camera?
Well, they get around that. They make you they say like, oh, open your mouth or look to the left or things like that. So a picture won't do it.
They're going to take a DNA sample next, and you're going to find out you got brothers and sisters all over town.
And that's the problem. It's the censor. It's invasive of privacy. One of the key pillars of the internet has always been being able to talk and converse anonymously, whether that's good or bad. That's one of the things that's made the internet great. Is people are free to say what they want, and is that good in some situations? Yes. Is it bad in others? Yes. But anonymity, being able to be, not go on there with your real name, is an important thing. It's an important pillar of the internet, and that's being challenged here. And in the UK, it's being completely taken away, and it is going to bleed over into the US if we're not careful.
Yeah, well, so many of these services are worldwide, so they're going to have to comply probably with the lowest common denominator or highest common denominator in this case. So I don't know. I think it'll be worth watching, but it is always, I think with everything, freedom versus protection has always been a kind of a teeter-totter issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll always lean to the side of more freedom is better, because at the end of the day, more freedom will give people the opportunity to self-regulate, assuming common sense, which I realize today that's a big assumption.
Yeah, not so common anymore, Stuart, sadly.
Right.
Yep.
But traditionally, the wisdom is more freedom is more better, because that people will, given the opportunity, they will self-regulate. How that's going to play out long term, I don't know. But I will. It's weeks like this week and last week that make me kind of miss the early days of the internet, the 90s and 2000s, when it was kind of a wild west. And let me ask you this. I'm gonna take you back for a second.
Do you remember this? You got mail.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna knock you back one further. Do you remember the BBS? Did you ever get on BBSs?
Oh yeah, absolute dial-up ones, not even internet ones.
Yeah,
and
right.
People tried to make graphics with little X's and O's, and only however many phone lines the BBS had is how many people could get on it. I mean, most of them were one, and every now and then somebody had money would put one up with two or three, and it's funny. I remember, this is funny. We'll flash back on this. The very first time I saw the internet, which I could not, I could relate to a bulletin board, but I could not relate to the internet. And I'm like, now where are we dialing into? And they go, no, you're not. You're on the web. And I'm like, oh man, my mind was blown. But the browser that we used was called Endora, and I thought that was I thought that was Samantha Stevens' mom off Bewitched.
That I don't go back to Endora. My earliest was Netscape. Which I'm sure you remember that one.
Oh yeah, well that came after Endora.
Yes, it did. And then Microsoft Internet Explorer ruined it for the rest of us. But
they're quite the crew, I tell you. But I think they're getting better. I really do. I've never been a huge Microsoft fan just because of the holes that DOS had in it. And, really, I mean, we've talked about this. They never really built all that for computers to be hooked up to a worldwide network. So
this stuff was being developed. People were just having fun with it. It was just research. No one had any idea we'd build the world. We'd run the world on it in a couple decades.
Stuart, sadly, I know I've told you the story about punch cards, and you had to make punch cards on one side of the room in college. And walk to the other side of the room and let a card reader read your punch card. And even I was going, guys, can't this keyboard just be hooked over there? I mean, can't we get this step out of the way? And
right.
But really, my first dealings with computers were on a breadboard where you build a circuit and you get to see a transistor cut on and off, and you see digits on a little LED count up to, and we programmed in hexadecimal. So
yes, sir.
That's base 16 for some of you. If you think
that's right.
If you think 1 through 0 through 9 is something, try using 16. Throw some letters in there. But anyway, I'm off on a tangent, Stuart. Sorry.
Well, hey, I'm going to keep us on that tangent for another 30 seconds because I want to know. I never asked you this question. What was your very first computer that you ever owned, Bubba?
You mean commercially bought or one built?
Yeah. What was the first one that you owned? Either somebody gave you or you bought off the shelf.
VIC-20.
Oh, nice choice. Nice choice.
No hard drive to speak of. You had to type in the program every time you wanted to run it, and that took about an hour. And you had syntax errors, of course. You had to go back and you did all of that so you could play a little bowling game, and the lights would flash and you'd lose it and you'd have to start over. Now, some people with money down the street had a cassette drive so they could load that program off a cassette tape, and it only took 20 minutes.
That's right. Hey, that's 20 minutes versus probably a couple hours, So, we joked, but that's a big time saving.
Oh, it was, listen, I remember reading the cover of magazines when they were talking about, will we ever break the 1 meg limit on a processor? And I mean, because you had basic memory, if I remember correctly, was about 640K. And then you could get extended memory, which was another 250K or something like that. And
that was, once we got into DOS, that's how it was.
Yeah, that's right. Old DOS. Disk operating
system. Did you ever upgrade to a Commodore 64, or did you jump straight from the VIC-20 to DOS?
We did upgrade to a Commodore 64 with a cassette tape drive, and I thought, well, I'll probably never need another computer ever in my life because I can load that bowling program now in a mere 10 minutes. And, we kind of went up. And from there, I started building my own with a 286 processor with DOS, and then 386, 486, and, on up from there. I remember commercially, we bought at the radio station I was at to do the program logs, we bought an IBM, and it cost a bucket full. I mean, a bucket full. And it had a 10 megabyte hard drive in it and 1 meg of RAM. And I thought, well, I will probably launch missiles with this. I mean, it's just too much power to have here in one box and a green screen, And I mean, you just think about how crazy it was when you got these updates and upgrades, and now you look at where we're at, and it is exponentially getting just completely out of control. There is no telling 10 years from now. I really think we'll all have a robot working in our house and have a self-driving car. I think that's very, very possible in 10 years.
I think it's likely. I think it's, and I would say less than 10 years. I'm thinking 5, to be honest.
Well, I'm talking about the holdouts. I mean, everybody. You know what I mean? Mom and them that don't want any of that stuff. I remember clearly people saying when they were selling desktop computers, well, what do I need that for at home? If I'm at work and we're doing something, sure, but what in the world would I need this at home for? I mean, I got a TV, I got a 25-inch tube TV in the den. Why would I ever need any of that? And, now you have to have a computer at home. I don't know of anybody that does not have at least one, probably more at home. Then they got all the processing in their phone, of course. But I think you'll see helper robots. I mean, we're gonna be a long way from the little round ones that clean your floor.
Yeah, that's those are going to be a distant memory before very long.
They're a museum piece. Put them in the closet and donate them to your local museum, because that's going to be something that our grandkids will laugh at one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like when we get excited about self-driving cars, they're gonna be like, you used to drive manually?
Oh, I know. Can't believe it's like talking to somebody now that drove a stick shift, or somebody that didn't have power windows. My dad had a car that didn't have power steering, power windows, anything, and it was named a Maverick, and that was about right. You had to have two people to turn the corner. So. Well, Stuart, thank you for checking in with us. I know you got some more topics, and we want to try to get those to everybody too. But we appreciate the conversation, and let's get together again real soon. Okay?
Absolutely. Let's keep the news coming. The tech world's not going to slow down, so we shouldn't either.
Stuart Brockwell, Surge Technologies, Birmingham, Alabama. He is the Titan of Tech. Stuart, thanks for being with us, and we will be right back.
Where's Bubba?
I'll tell you where. He's on the lake.
Attention business owners, print buyers, and production managers. Guaranteed Labels is here to help you focus less on your printing, labels, and decals, and more on growing your business. Guaranteed Labels, your dependable printer for all types of industries. Quality, on-time shipments, and stock programs set us apart. If you're needing to focus less on your printing and more on your business, trust Guaranteed Labels. 800-741-7055 or GuaranteedLabels.com. Guaranteed Labels, still sticking since 1988.
When you need urgent care, Southern Immediate Care is here for you. Illness doesn't follow a 9-to-5 schedule, so we offer support 7 days a week at convenient locations throughout Birmingham and Northeast Alabama, dedicated to serving all ages from children to adults. Southern Immediate Care offers occupational medicine services, including DOT physicals and testing. At Southern Immediate Care, your health is our top priority. Visit southernimmediatecare.com or call 205-409-2794.
At Central State Bank, we believe community banking is more than just transactions. It's about relationships. For over 100 years, we've been helping neighbors grow, businesses thrive, and dreams become reality. Because when you bank local, you invest in your community. Central State Bank, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you. Visit us today or learn more at centralstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is James Spann, and you are listening to Bubba on the Lake.
Well, we are back, and we have, the only way I know to say it, the better half. The lovely Betty Lou. Betty, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just doing dandy.
Well,
about to go get dinner over here.
I know. I'm excited about that. Well, a couple of things I want to ask you about. As this podcast is being published and people are listening to it, we're going to be in the process of knee surgery, either having it or just getting done having it or in recovery. And I am being vague on purpose. When it's all said and done, we can give you a lot more details. I don't want to spook anybody right now.
Right, yeah.
Especially the doctor.
Well, and me.
Yeah, and you. Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. You've been through several health issues with your old man here, and hopefully this is going to fix something we've known that I needed to get done for a while. We've talked about that, that we can get out and move around a little bit more, and hopefully it'll take care of some of these other problems. But it is going to be a trying time for you. There is no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. I am not looking forward to it. I do have my checklist pretty much checked off. I borrowed a walker just in case we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've borrowed
Can we put a little basket on the front of it and put ties on there to hold it so I put my phone when I walk around?
Oh, I don't know about all
Everybody
that.
tells me to do that with a walker.
You need a bell so I'll know when you're coming. so I can go the other way.
If I have a bell on there, you know what I'll be doing, don't you? Ringing for service.
Oh,
Betty,
I know. Yeah, sure.
No, I'm going to try to be a good patient. I know this is going to be, I think in the surgery world, this will be my most complicated one yet, far as what they'll be doing. Now, we had a heart stent. That's pretty common, and pulling a tumor out of your liver. That's kind of a big thing.
Yeah, that was a little more. Yeah, but this will be painful. I know.
At least
trying
the other one, I could get up and go to the bathroom.
Yada yada. Yeah, but I've also I've got a bedside commode.
All right.
That we can take the little potty thing out and throw it in the shower in case you need a seed in there, which you probably will. I have a glow in the dark urinal just in case, we
didn't know where you were going with that one.
Who knew there were glow in the dark urinals on Amazon? But hey, I guess there's a
it so you can
reason
find
for
it
everything. Yes,
or ring it.
I have a little of both, I guess. I don't know. I really hadn't thought about that. I thought it was to find it. That would be my caregiver thing on that.
Right.
But with you being the patient, maybe it's to see where you're pointing there. I don't know.
Well, for those of you that want to keep up with this, and we do covet your prayers in this, we'll be getting you some updates on social media, so be watching that. And we'll try to get that information out as soon as it's pertinent to get out. We've been going through a lot of prep, doing some exercises, probably not enough. We've got books, and we've been through tutorials, and we've seen pictures and animations and scheduled of drugs that we're going to be on. It's
that in itself,
that's
you're
a
gonna need a spreadsheet for all that.
I will say this, and I don't know. We will probably take a week off after this podcast. Just to get our feet up under us again. Or, as several members of my family have suggested, they're going to stick a mic in my face while I'm on Oxycontin. So we'll see how that goes. So there'll be a few days of that.
It might be me, Caitlin, and you on Oxycontin. That would really be a podcast.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good run. And so, I'd hate to see it all crash and burn after a mere 26 episodes.
Well. Surely not.
We've had a good podcast. Stuart was on, and he did a great job. Always a lot of fun with him. What
I love Stuart. Beeping? Yeah, he's always very knowledgeable about whatever it is you ask him about.
Who you mean, the Titan of Tech?
Yeah.
So I appreciate him being on, and we'd had email and phone requests, and there's a lot going on there. Stuart knows it, though. He's sharp. He's a good guy. So if any of you need him, Surge Technologies, I would get in touch with him. He's a pretty sharp guy. We have the dog whining at the door. This is kind of typical. If they're not barking, they're whining. And Betty, I appreciate you. I appreciate people who are going to be praying for us, but I really, my part's easy. I just got to lay there. Really, I think you need the prayers more than I do.
Probably so. So I really appreciate the prayers as well. They are very important. We believe in prayer.
We do.
For sure.
Also, I do want to bring up here, we don't have hardly anything going on. Jack State's a very busy time of year right before football. We're trying to get some new equipment in, and some of it's laying around here. We're also in the beginning stages. We've been developing this of the tailgate show, and I know you've heard some. You've been privy to some of the conversations.
Yep.
Any thoughts on the tailgate show as it stands in development?
Well, what I know of it, it sounds like it's going to be great. Yeah, I don't.
Are
really
you concerned about Hunter being on there with me as us working together? We've never really worked together in this environment. We've had him on the podcast, but
right?
He'll actually be one of the hosts.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I reserve my opinion right now. I don't know.
Well, I know. Here's the good news. I know you will have an opinion and you will share it.
Yeah, I will.
You will tell me straight out if that program sucks. I mean, I have no doubt. And
I'm nothing but honest. I mean,
Thank you for that. Will you be a guest picker one week?
Sure. Yeah.
That will be fun.
I picked the basketball things.
I know you did.
So I'll look at it and see.
And I can tell you're dedicated to sports, and you probably will pick good as any of us.
Yeah. Probably will. I mean, it's a stab in the dark, isn't it? Anyway, really,
Well,
some of it
it
stabs
could be.
and
It
la
could
da
be.
da, yeah, and all
But,
this.
I don't know. I'm sure there's been a lot of experiments done. I need to look it up. But I'm sure they've had a monkey pick, too. And I wonder how the monkey compares to all these experts.
Yeah, I guess you could kind of count me in as the monkey pick for this.
Well, I didn't mean it like that. But
yeah, I know you did. You kind of looked at me when you said monkey pick. I mean, come
I just
on.
mean there's a lot of experts. I don't know that their picks are any better than anybody else, because when you get down to it, you got to play the game. It's
Right.
on the field. Who's going to block? Who's going to tackle? You're
Yeah.
talking about 20-year-old kids.
Right. And on any given day.
It
Who
was
knows?
20-year-old kids trying to get through school. Now it's 20-year-old millionaires.
Right.
So how is that going to change the dynamic? We don't know.
Right.
Jury's out, so to speak. But and we haven't heard the end of that yet. So it's getting crazy. It really is.
Sounds like it. Yep.
Well, Betty, I love you, and I hope that we're still speaking by the time the next podcast comes out.
I imagine we will. I mean, let's don't ruin it. We'll also be married 36 years the day before your surgery, I guess. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Kinda.
we'll be celebrating our anniversary during this process. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm a romantic devil, but doing prep for surgery, not my exact idea of a hot night in the city.
No. At least it's not a colonoscopy we're prepping for. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, but I may need that stuff before it's all over with all that they'll be giving us. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, Lordy.
But folks, I kind of wish you could be there, and I kind of wish you couldn't, if that makes sense.
Oh, my.
Well, Betty,
well.
thank you. Love you, dear. And for all of you, we really appreciate you being a part of the podcast. We covet your prayers during this time. It's a terrible time because of us getting ready at Jack State, football, everything going on. We got a lot going on with football, TV. And I probably could have put it off a little bit, but once you do, you roll into basketball, and those seasons get complicated too. And it's got so I can't run around the stadium and do anything. So it's time to get it fixed, I guess, right?
Right. I think it's time.
Do you think I'll be on the pickleball court? Give me a prediction. How do you think this is going to go? Speaking of predictions, give me a predictor on this.
Well, I'm just going to say, I don't think you're going to be running around in 10 days. I mean, you may be able to
That's
walk.
my goal. 7 to 10 days to be moving around. I'm not going to be running around.
I don't think you're going to be on the pickleball court for at least 4 to 6 months, is my prediction.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I just want to be back to what I call quasi-normal.
Yeah.
So I can walk around.
Say,
and now my leg's going to be hurting. I know that. But it's hurting now.
right.
So I'd rather it be hurting getting better than hurting we're going downhill. You see what I'm saying?
I'd say week and a half to 3 weeks. Walking without.
When do you think I'll be able to go to work without you carrying me?
Well, that
not
would be
be
at least
hiring a kite?
After the first week, because you're going to be on pain medicine the first week,
Right.
I assume,
Right.
and therapy and that kind of thing. So I would say 2 weeks, maybe driving, some then.
Okay, good.
And
I need it to happen a little quicker than that.
yeah, something like that.
I don't know if you've ever programmed Dante Audio before.
No, but
Boy, she's a
I don't
nice
know.
one.
I guess I can check with old Gronk or whatever it is and talk somebody through it.
Let me tell you, and I know you heard Stuart and I talking about that. Did you hear him say the correct way to say it? It rhymes with Spock.
Oh, Grok. Like
Spock, Grok.
Like crock pot, crock, Grok.
Let's not start doing that, okay?
What?
Because you're going to get off on a tangent. Spock, it rhymes with. That's all we have to say.
Spock rhymes with crock pot. See? You got to admit.
See why I told you not to start rhyming stuff?
Grok, crock, or Grok,
Betty,
Spock.
Betty, please quit saying that word, okay? I don't want to have to edit you out. Spock, Grok. That's all you got to know. You don't say any other word.
Spock, Grok. All right.
Grok. You got it.
I said Grok, didn't I? Did I not say Grok?
Well, you've said a lot of things, and you're all over the road, and I'm afraid you said something else. But it's a podcast, so we don't have to worry about it. I don't know. You were just saying a bunch of stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were walking a tightrope there. I don't know. This is a family show.
Good grief.
Semi.
It's because you don't know what a crock pot is. You don't know what I said. Crock pots are slow cookers. You cook a roast in.
I know what a crock pot is.
All right.
So what's the name of that AI?
Grok.
Spock.
Grok.
No N.
Oh.
Spock.
Grok.
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 Spock.
Right.
Grok.
Is there a athletic person last name's Gronk or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking about.
Rob.
That big old guy.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking about.
Grok. I can't say.
Yeah,
now
he's
I
like
can't
a
say
big.
it.
Yeah,
but everybody calls him Gronk.
Right.
With an N.
Yes.
This is Grok without an N.
Okay,
right.
I got you.
Because I've been through this. I've been in here talking and trying to say it myself. Spock. Grok. And it's good. You've used it. You've seen me use it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that the future of AI is just.
It's possible I could do what I need to do on the Odante if I had Grok. Who knows? It might have taught me through it.
You'd be close. I mean, it can. I've been asking a lot of questions. I had a problem with the wiring thing the other day. I asked it, and she told me exactly what to do, and it was right.
Yeah.
So I'm confident that is going to be really cool. Betty, thank you so much. I love you, dear.
Well, I love you too, and we'll be fine. Happy anniversary.
You too. Happy anniversary, baby. I got you on my mind. Love you. We'll be right back in just a minute. Thanks for listening.
1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be right back.
Illuminate your night fishing adventures with the ultimate in submersible fishing light technology. The Green Monster Fishing Light attracts bait fish and game fish in all water environments. Turn any dock into a vibrant feeding frenzy. Compact, tough, and energy efficient. The Green Monster Fishing Light will provide endless hours of family entertainment and enhanced nighttime visibility for safe docking. No dock, no problem. With our 24-inch portable Green Monster Fishing Light, start landing trophy fish tonight. Visit thegreenmonsterfishinglight.com.
You know one thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings? You can get wings with any of their 26 sauces and dry rubs for takeout and delivery. That's like bringing an entire B-dubs home with you, which you can't do. I tried. I've knocked down so many walls, only to then be told to halt construction because I'm not zoned to be a sports bar. Kinda just looks like a big pergola or something because of the lack of walls. At least these 26 sauces and dry rubs are available to go. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
I am so happy to announce that our family dentist, Dr. Thomas Dudney, has joined my podcast as a sponsor. My entire family have been patients of Dr. Dudney and his team for over 20 years. Now, I'm going to be telling you a lot more about all of his services and what he does, but I have to tell you, the veneers that he gave me changed my life. I had no idea how big an impact that would have. You can call him today at 205-663-6545 or visit them at thomasdudney.com and find out more. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this edition of Bubba on the Lake. We certainly thank Stuart Brockwell from Surge Technologies for joining us. We always thank the lovely Betty Lou anytime she drops the spatula and comes in and picks up the microphone. Yes, I did say spatula. That's just the way I say it. And we remind you about the website, bubbaonthelake.com. We'll try to keep information updated there. And we also have a new podcast that we're working on that we hope will be out by August 22nd called The Tailgate Show. We will get you more information about that as that gets a little bit closer. We're very excited about that. My son Hunter is going to be on that with us. A friend of ours is going to be on there, and we're going to have guest pickers each week. So that will be a big deep dive into the sports podcasting arena. I think it'll be a nice compliment for Bubba on the Lake and Bubba on the Lake Radio, which reminds me, don't forget to try that out. That also was kind of an experiment. I think we've got it dialed in a little bit. People have asked me, hey, what's the format of Bubba on the Lake Radio? And I say, hey, we ain't got one. It's just songs that I like. It's kind of the old, what we call runk format, rock and funk all rolled together. But you're going to hear a country song in there too. You'll hear a little Alabama. You'll hear a little Buy Me a Boat. So we're playing with that. We'll see how that goes. As always, please drop me feedback about the show, about Bubba on the Lake Radio, and we'll want your feedback on the Tailgate Show also. Folks, thank you so much. Keep us in your prayers as we cross this hill of knee replacement. Many of you have been out there, but you know it is a challenge, and it will be an ordeal for us, but we'll get through it with your help and your support. So thank all of you, and thank you for being a part of this podcast. Love you, and remember, being on the lake is not just a location, it's a state of mind. Take care. God bless.
It's Bubba on the Lake. Bubba on the Lake.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Coke, Buffalo Wild Wings, Southern Immediate Care, Guaranteed Labels, Central State Bank, Sunrise Docks, Banker's Bounty, Dr. Thomas Dudney, and the Green Monster Fishing Light.
It's Bubba on the Lake, broadcasting to you from the mellow yellow studio. It's Bubba on the Lake. Covering the latest news, sports, politics, and great interviews, all done with honesty and common sense. We all need a break to Bubba on the Lake. We all need a break, Bubba on the Lake. Escape to Bubba on the Lake. A break to Bubba on the Lake. We all need a break, Bubba on the Lake. Escape